right? I made a longer recording, but it's too big and it's too late. I'm not gonna make it in time. So instead, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna talk about how watching sports is kind of a pain in the sense that I'm not. I'm talking about obviously football and World Cup qualification stuff because I haven't really been following football for quite some time now. But qualifications rolled around and basically I didn't even really know about it. But I've seen when Kiara made her watch along for the Austrian match. I was like, hey, I checked, and then we also had like our country also had their own game, and then I didn't even really check on it at the beginning of the match, but then when I checked it, they were ahead, 2-0, and even if you're not that interested, you start to believe a little bit, you start to get invested, and then they got and then and they it was 2-0, or I guess 0-2 if you're like going by home and away stuff, and then they got a goal, and then and then there was a red card, and then now suddenly they are only one goal ahead and down to 10 people with like quite a lot more left in the game. I think it was like more than 30 minutes. I guess with added up to like I think like 40 minutes with the extra time at the end. And yeah, looked like they were holding out pretty well. And then not very long before the end of the game, they ended up getting another one, and then it was a draw, which if you didn't see the match, or if you weren't in a 2-0 lead, it wouldn't be that bad. But obviously it felt pretty awful. And then today, when it was Hungary Portugal, I obviously I just I wasn't even following it really again, but obviously I expected a Portugal win, and I can hear other people watching the game, but at first I didn't know that is the reason why they are yelling. You just hear that someone is yelling like a few houses away. It's so loud that you can hear it, and then you're just kind of confused. But then I realized later when I heard them again, I realized that wait, I get why I realized why they are so loud. I realized that it was because of the game today, and I checked right after I've heard the yelling, and I checked that the yelling happened because they equalized the game 2-2, and then again I go from not being invested to like being kind of invested, right? Because I see that they are equalizing the game and it's 2-2, and we could potentially take a point in a game that you wouldn't really expect it. Then suddenly you're thinking, okay, maybe this is happening, and then 2 minutes later uh, they take another one, and then it's 3-2 to Portugal, and yeah, that was it. So again, it's another game where you look at the the end result and you're like, okay, yeah, sure, reasonable, expected. You're not really upset about the result, but if you see the game and if you look at how things progressed, because again the first goal was on Hungarian side, And then it was, it's like 1-0, 1-1. And then Portugal was ahead 2-1. Then the equalizer goal, and then 2 minutes later, dreams are crushed again. So it's like it's a roller coaster, and I don't know. Like sometimes it's like I would say that sometimes good, sometimes bad, but because the end result is the only thing that matters, that it feels pretty bad so far. Even though we are, you know, it's not like it's over, and there's still a chance. Like chances are, Portugal is gonna be, first in the group, and then yeah, because Ireland lost, so obviously it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying not to be too much into it, but feels bad. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. We'll see how the other games go, but yeah, you go from not being invested, kind of believing, and then boom, things happen, and like nope, never mind. Okay, that's it. Out of here. Bye.